New VR games coming out in November. This is genuinely one of the busiest months we've had, and I said this last month, but man, it just keeps on getting busier at the moment with bigger and bigger titles coming into VR. Genuinely, things like Assassin's Creed finally coming out in virtual reality, and we actually get to experience what we consider a AAA franchise, an actual AAA franchise coming to virtual reality. And yes, this is a AAA franchise. I know someone's going to be commenting down below, do you know what AAA means? Yes, I know what AAA means. Shh. Calm down. Anyway, there is a ton of content coming our way this month, some of which has already come out because I was traveling and I'm late to the party making this video, but we're still going to give a little shout out anyway. There has been Foglands that's already come out so far this month. Bit of a disappointment, a massive leave it when it comes to the Quest 3 port. PSVR 2, I kind of had fun with it, I'm not going to lie, but I have heard some of the criticisms and I can't say that I disagree with them. I enjoyed myself in it. And Power Wash Simulator came out yesterday. I have a full video on the channel. If you've been waiting for that game to come out in virtual reality, well, wait no longer. It's finally here. And as I say, I have a full video on this on the channel. So check that out at the end of this video, once you're done with this one, of course, because there's a ton of extra games coming out. Vampire Justice Masquerade is another brilliant game that's just come out, so make sure you check this one out. If you're into something like stealthy and Dishonored-y, then you're going to be very happy with this. I have a full video up on the channel, make sure you check that out. Let's get into this because we've got a brand new bunch of games to talk about. Let's go. Kicking this off, we've got Peaky Blinders making its way to the PSVR 2. Now this game's actually had quite a bit of work done to it in the time since it released on Quest and now coming over to the PSVR 2. This is going to have a massive boost in the graphics, making it look even better, and of course jumping in there with the original actual actors that came from the TV show. So you've got like Cillian Murphy and all of the other cast there doing their voiceovers, which really brings this game together. Now, I was not expecting much. I mean, I was a big fan of the show, but I wasn't expecting much of the game when it first came out on Quest, but now it's come out, it's actually pretty damn good. I enjoyed it myself, a little bit on the short side, but they have added a bunch of new content in there to keep you playing in the game for longer, and honestly, I think this is going to be really enhanced by having better graphics, and of course, by having those amazing controllers on the PSVR 2. So, massive win for the PSVR 2, should be a really good one for you. If you're interested, then check out some gameplay because it already exists on the internet, and then you can make a decision from there. Demeo battles. Now, if you know me, you know I love me some Demeo because I put a million hours into it. That's a real word. It is. But Demeo Battles is coming out to, of course, VR and flat. So if you're a flat player, then hey, good for you. I don't know why you're watching this video, but it's there for you. Demeo Battles is finally the PvP element that we've been looking for in Demeo for a long time, where you and another player get to go head to head, where we get to drop down your monsters, have a bunch of fun, and of course use all of the great mechanics from Demeo in a new PvP match. This is going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for this game to drop. Ziggy's Cosmic Adventures. This is a game that's actually been on my list for a really long time to jump into. I've played like little demos here and there of the game, but it's finally finished and finally ready to come out. This is actually a really cute little space adventure where you get to sort of, you know, have a lot of fun in your cockpit. It is a very cockpit focused game where you get to hang out with your little pal Ziggy and of course drain his life force in order to fuel up your machine while going through like asteroid fields and a bunch of other cool mysterious stuff. This actually looks like a very fun game. If you're into sort of like your simulator games, I think you're going to like this because it's very much like, you know, you need to control the oxygen levels, this, that, and everything else, sort of management game to keep you involved in it the whole way through. Stride Fates. Well, this is a game that I've covered on the channel in its beta form, and finally it's coming out in full release to Quest 2, 3 Pro and PC VR very soon. This game actually looks really, really cool, and I've enjoyed the time that I've spent on it so far. Absolutely looking forward to seeing how this is going to finish off. They just released this new swordplay trailer as well, which is going to show some of the other mechanics that you can do in the game with like knife throwing and of course, you know, katanas. So absolutely looking forward to this. If you're looking for parkour madness and of course just like a high-end feel, this game is going to be freaking dope. Pavlov Shack. Well, Pavlov Shack is finally coming out as a full release, which means it's no longer going to be free, sadly. That kind of sucks. But it is now going to be a full release on the Quest store, which means, I guess, higher quality game. Now, I believe this is going to be taking advantage of the Quest 3, so this is exciting stuff. And honestly, Pavlov is a solid shooter. If you're looking for something that has a ton of moddable game modes in it, Pavlov is going to be the one for you, and it's just good fun all round anyway. All of the modes in this are a blast to play, including the zombies match, which I used to play a lot of. So a very polished game that's been worked incredibly hard to make good. So if you're looking for a first person shooter and you haven't played it while it was free, then now's your time to buy it. Assassin's Creed Nexus. Oh my god, I am so excited for this game to come out. Now, I've had the pleasure of actually playing this game, and it does not disappoint to start with. If you're looking for that parkour, if you're looking for the stealth, if you're looking for running across rooftops and jumping down and murdering people, well, it's going to deliver on all fronts. Not only that, but it's way more extensive than you think it's going to be. This is a full game where you get to play through as 3 different heroes and actually get that Assassin's Creed experience. I cannot wait to show this on the channel, and I cannot wait to dive in and play this in full, because this is definitely a game that I'm excited for. And like I say, this is a true AAA franchise coming into virtual reality. This is a big deal. It's going to hopefully get a lot of eyeballs focused onto virtual reality and realize the potential that it has. I know, like you and me right here, we're enthusiasts. We know what its potential is, but this is going to allow a bunch of other people outside of the VR sphere to really notice what's going on within VR. So very exciting times. Next up is another great title, Stranger Things VR, coming our way very soon towards the end of this month, but I'm just so excited for this. Now listen, the reason this has kind of grabbed my attention is they're not going with the obvious route here. They're actually letting you play as Wagner, so you get to go in Wagner, one of those. You get to go in as this bad guy that's a part of the show. I don't want to ruin too many things about the show, but I'm hoping you kind of know a little bit about it. And you get to go in from that element of things where you're actually building out the Upside Down and then, I guess, attacking the what you would class as the good people. So it's kind of a weird concept going in as the bad guy, and I don't really know how this is going to end up, but I'm definitely excited to find out. This seems really cool. The art style to this looks dope as well, so high praise from me so far. Can't wait to see what this has to offer in the long run. U-Boat the Silent Wolf is finally dropping. Now, this got delayed for a long time because they really wanted to iron this out and polish it into being a very solid game. So really props to the development team for doing that, because it's a hard decision to make, but it is the right decision to make. I know people get really bummed out when there is like these delays with games coming out, but genuinely it just means you're going to have a better experience. And if there's one thing we've learned over the last couple of months, is please take your time and finish your games, because Foglands and things like that happen otherwise, where they just come out half-baked, nobody's going to forgive it, and then a great game goes into the poop chute. So I'm glad that they've worked on this and taken their time. If you're looking for a very, very much a management game where you get to go around the ship, work with a bunch of friends to sail a submarine, is that the words that you use for that? Vessel? I don't know, whatever, you get to do that in this game. It's pretty damn cool. And last up on the list is Breaches. Breaches is not only coming over to the PSVR 2, bringing us probably about it, it's going to be the best shooter on the PlayStation VR 2. This game is absolutely amazing. If you haven't played it yet, you need to. Not only that though, we're also getting an upgrade for the Quest 3. So this is exciting news and really exciting times for Breaches. I just love it when companies like this do well, because genuinely there's a good reason why those servers are still inhabited even today, and that's because it's a solid, fun game. Everything about it just works, and works to a high level, setting new standards for shooters across virtual reality. And watch out, Firewall 0 Hour, because finally a good shooter's coming your way to the PSVR 2. Let me know in the comments down below what you're excited about coming out this month, and of course there's probably a couple of titles I missed. If I have missed any that you're excited about, please leave them in the comments down below as well, so that you can let other people know that there's cool games coming. As always, it's kind of hard putting these lists together, and it's always going to be at least one game that I miss. If you're that developer, I'm sorry, I love you, but I just forget sometimes. Anyway, let's leave it there, guys. If you enjoyed this, then please do smash like, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you in the next video. Probably covering one of these dope games that I've just told you about. Awesome.